Happy Thursday, everybody. Today is shoulders and arms. So 2 exercises for arms, 2 exercises for shoulders, and 1 bonus sort of shoulder release, neck release at the very end. All right, officially sun's out, guns out. Sun is out. So yay, beats the snow of yesterday. Anyway, okay, here we go. So we're going to start with a banded shoulder press. And we're going to do it, you want to find a sort of moderate band. So I kind of go between the green and the red. But you want to be able to keep pretty perfect form on this. So if you kind of get to 10 reps with the band that you're using, either drop the reps a couple or just lighten up the band, right, with the shoulders. Not the place to test the weight so much. All right, so we're going to go up with relatively decent speed, but as you come down, you're going to try and come down with a 4 count. So as you come down, those shoulder blades are going to set and slowly come down. Hey, boo-boo. So squeezing up fast, and then shoulder blades setting down and back, and then coming back down. So from the back, you're going to push up. Set the shoulders, keep the core rigid, come down with control, drive up, set the shoulders, down with control. All right, 8 to 10 reps, 10 to 12 reps, slow on the way down, keeping the shoulders safe, i.e. shoulders, blades, retracted in towards each other and slid down that back rib cage. All right, second exercise, tricep extension. We're going to do it again with the band. So this is kind of a variation on a kickback, which is not my favorite tricep exercise because it requires you to kind of keep that back engaged, and sometimes that can become the focus and not the tricep. So make sure that core stays rigid. You can do this one obviously with dumbbells as well. But you're going to hinge the hips back, keep this tight, right? Elbows are going to be down at the side. You can do palms facing back or neutral, whichever feels better. Right? Keep the shoulders back and down, keep the core braced. And as you come down, you're going to squeeze to the bottom and then control the way back up, right? So if you control the way back up, you're doing some work on the way back up as well. So we're going to go 10, 12 reps, keeping the elbows in line with the torso, so elbows are staying back. If you start to feel like you can't hold that position, right, like it's starting to go into your back a little bit, right, you can just step in closer and do those regular sort of tricep extensions again, right? Those are equally as good in a balanced substitution. All right, next exercise is going to be a Y against the wall. So I like to use the foam roller behind my spine, like lined up with my middle spine, because then I can really feel my shoulder blades engage. Ooh. All right, so had a kitty this morning. So we're going to start. I'm going to use the water bottles because they're my 2-pound weights, right? So we're going to pinch the shoulders back, and I can feel my shoulder blades like hugging into the roller behind me. Just turn my thumbs down. That kind of gets a slightly different rotation in my shoulders, but shoulders, don't let them come forward. Keep the shoulder blades pinched back, even though you've got that rotation. You're going to lift up into a Y position, arms about 45 degrees away from the body. At the top, no doubt, our shoulders came forward a little bit. So shrug those shoulders back, down, and into the roller, and then lower with control. The whole way down, try to keep that connection where the inner edge of the shoulder blades is hugging into the roller. So reaching up, shrugging back and down, and the whole time, right, trying to keep that sort of neutral spine, rib cage steady, core steady. Good. All right, so 10 to 12 of those. You can use weight. If you don't use the weight right, you can just do, like we do sometimes, thumbs down. You're just creating more of the work that way, right? So just as valid an exercise without any weight on this particular one, really to train the shoulder blades and build those muscles to help kind of pull them down which we all need. All right, so bicep curl. So as everybody who's been in the gym with me knows, right, if your elbow is behind you a little bit, it's going to challenge the bicep muscle a little bit more just because of the angle. Just makes for a different exercise. So if you're going to set the band up low and behind you, you can mimic this with dumbbells. You'll just have to keep your elbows behind you a little bit. Forces a little bit more stretch across the top of the chest and actually where that bicep tendon connects up and in here. So we're working on that strength through the whole system. If it feels like if you've had any of that kind of bicep tendon injury or any sort of shoulder impingement in the front, right, you may want to go more elbows forward a little bit, right? So you guys be the judge. But for the most of us, elbows are going to be back. We're going to lean forward just a little bit so that we stay planted as the weight comes up, and then down with control. I like to flex the tricep at the bottom. That means my arm gets fully to straight and releases that tension on the inside of the elbow. I know it seems counterintuitive. Sometimes we feel like we're helping the elbow if we don't come all the way down. So squeezing up, controlling down, keeping the shoulders back and down the whole time, right? Try not to come up, try not to use the hips to swing us forward. So 10 to 12 of those. Bicep curls, elbows behind. And then last but not least, we're going to do one shoulder release exercise. So really good if you've been at the computer a lot. You can do it for before you get started with the workout. If you feel like you get super trappy when you do shoulder stuff, maybe nice to take a break and do this release. So you're going to start with your arm at 90 degrees away from the body, right hand palm facing you. And without too much rotation through the core, you're going to see if you can reach the arm forward, right? So reaching out and away from that shoulder. And then you're going to take the hand on the inside of that bicep and see if you can create a little bit more length here. Release the arm and see if you can keep that length. You're going to press the hand into the inside edge of that elbow and press the elbow into the hand. I usually try for about 6 seconds total. Right, so I'm pretty aggressively pushing in as my elbow pushes into my hand. And then release. And you should notice like that trap really has to turn off in order to get that push-pull. So same thing, second side, elbow reaches forward away from the body. You're going to take your hand to the inside of that bicep, reach it forward a little bit further. Release it, try and keep that length all the way from here down to the edge of that elbow. Place the hand on the inside edge. Push for about 6 seconds. Make it a real 6 seconds. And then release the hand, release the arm. And again, you should feel like some of that tension that's maybe built up there is released. All right, everybody, have a happy Thursday. And we'll be back for a little bit more aerobic training tomorrow with some compound movements. Take care.